Hello everybody and welcome back to Eiersholt. It's actually the same day as the last episode, but I got the planting finished down here on field 40, even if it looks a bit scrappy in the corners. This is now looking pretty good. We got the corn planted. Oh yeah, I got the fertilizer overloader sitting there. But there's a bit of time left, there's still a bit of daylight here. So I reckon today we can get out and we can get the field sprayed off, get some herbicide put on, so that hopefully we don't get any weed infestations. So we got our New Holland T6 with the DataLund spray on here. I didn't go for the biggest booms possible, but I reckon these should be big enough. Hopefully we have enough herbicide here, 4,600. We might not, but I think the key thing is that if we run out, then we're actually going to have to go and fill up somewhere, because our spray trailer is empty as well. So given the size of this beast, I reckon I'll just run it manually instead of trying to do it. Now here's the problem. I can't see where I've gone. That always creates a bit of issues. I should have waited until the first growth state. So tell you what, we'll put this one into cosplay, because cosplay on the other hand does know where it's going and can lay out a plan here for field 40. We'll do 2 passes headland and 24 meters. So it shouldn't be too many rounds on this field here. Let's see, here we go, down in the corner. Yeah, that's not too bad. So let's say we drive that course and leave courseplay to get on with it. That's still going to take 46 minutes in real time, so it might be dark by the time we're done. And I think it's quite likely that we are going to be running out of herbicide before we're done. So while we just have a little look at our nice machine here doing its work, we'll have to get our spray trailer sorted out and see if we can get some more herbicide filled into it. Probably around another that 4,600 liters that the DataLund here can carry. We don't necessarily need to fill it all the way to the top, perhaps, but let's see how we get on. We'll leave this one to get on with the job, and I'll be hopping over into the truck and getting that trailer hooked up, which means shuffling a few trailers out of the shed again. So I left the truck here in the last episode, and since it's the same day, I haven't gotten around to moving it back to the shed, which is probably good now, because I need to pull the milk trailer out so we can get into the spray trailer again. And then we'll take that one, and I'm going to head up to the garden center, because I honestly can't remember. I think we might be able to fill on herbicide up there. That would be nice if we are, because, well, it makes life a lot easier. If not, then we're going to head down to the shop afterwards, and we are going to have to buy IBCs with herbicide in, and then we are going to have to pump them into our nice turquoise blue tank there. Let's get up to the garden center now. So here we are, moment of truth. I know it does seed and fertilizer. That's the seed bit over there, if I remember rightly. So let's have a look. Yeah, that's all seeds here. So it may be that it's only liquid fertilizer over here. I'm just going to open up my help menu so I can tell. Start filling It's set for a brief moment there. Herbicide. Fantastic. I was right. I haven't forgotten everything about the map. That's good. But wow, okay. Whoa. Let's stop there. That's 7,000 liters. I think that should be enough for us. That's another 1.5 tank of herbicide. But we are close to the edge of the field here again. And our outtake for the pipe on this trailer is here on the left hand side. So I'm gonna be pulling in somewhere here. Maybe not right through the bushes. Oh, maybe. Let's see. Here. I don't want to get too far away in the field and end up getting stuck. But it looks like our trailer is reasonably well lined up here now. That way I can hopefully grab this hose a little bit easier, even though it's gone a little bit through the base of the truck there. So I'll lay it down first, then just grab the head. Oh, bring that over to the attachment point here. That should do it. I don't think I need to change the handle on that one. That's just an embellishment. Let's see how the sprayer is getting on. Yeah, so we're already down to 1/4 of a tank. That looks like second round of the headland. Now the tricky bit is I have to try and find a way here, find a sensible marker. So how about this tree here actually? Stop the driver around here, because I have to be able, because I can't see on the ground texture right now where I'm supposed to go. I have to try and remember instead. So that's the third tree from the end here, and I think we'll fold up. It's quite close to where the end of the course is. So if I go, we'll get refilled and then try and find this point again. I think we should be okay. So as you can see, this tractor on the other hand hasn't actually done that much work. It's only done an hour. I thought it had done more. Maybe I haven't sprayed as many fields as I thought I had. They are a lot quicker to do though. So let's see. Yeah, the attachment for the pipe is on the left hand side of the sprayer. So as I come in here, just make sure I angle it this way, then we should be able to get this filled up again. Whoops, driving over the hose now. It's not really meant to happen. Let's see if I can still get hold of it, or if it's been buried in the ground now. Ah, come on. There we go. Oh, just got it there. Now can I get it over here and get it attached? Good. There we go. Shouldn't take too long to get it filled up here. I do like the manure system. It just adds that extra element to the work that's ongoing. It would be nice to have some way of telling how full this machine is. There's no indicator or fill meter that I've found on this thing. I'll go over the hose. I don't think there's anything on the back either. No. It's just from in the cab that we are able to tell, so I guess we better hop back in again. So maybe I didn't get enough herbicide after all, if we're only on our second round of headland here, but it usually starts going quicker when we get into the center of the field here. Let's see if I can just... Can I pull that hose away so I don't have to drive over it? Maybe just a little bit this way here. I guess not. We'll have to drive over it like that. And then We gotta find the right place back down on the field now. So let's see, third tree from the edge, that's around there. And I reckon I'm far enough away from the edge that this should be the second row of the headland. So if we just briefly look, yeah, that triangle's very close to the second path, the yellow path there, so we should be okay to set that going and get back on track here. Excellent. So that's our sprayer back at work again, using up an awful lot of herbicide in the process. Takes a little while for the silage to ferment, but I want to make sure. Okay, so we're already on 31% fermentation there, so that is good. So 8 o'clock in the evening, once again we are up here to collect some more herbicide, and it's probably gonna cost a bit more this time. So we're basically gonna fill the tank up with all 12,000 liters, so 10,000. We had a bit in the tank already, but yeah, it does cost money to look after your crops, and we're still doing okay on the grand scheme of things here. So it's time to head back to the farm, and in the meantime I think we can get on with some of the pellet shifting as well, get some of them loaded onto a trailer so they're ready to sell in the next episode, and maybe see if we can get a few more made. So I reckon that we can use our flatbed here to transport the pellets on once we get the wheel up before driving off. So we'll just get that up next to the shed. We have a few stored in there already, so get those out first before we start producing anymore. I put some into one of the bays right here, so just hop over and get the door open here. As you can see, we got some sitting wrapped. I can't remember if there one. Yeah, there's one down at the end there. Then we got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 9 boxes sitting there. So that's actually quite a bit to get shifted. I'm not sure we'll fit it all on the trailer in one go, but we can certainly get a bit of space created. Then there'll be room for when we start creating some new ones. Let's narrow this in a little bit here. Gonna start by placing them here over the wheelbase, so we don't start tipping the trailer dramatically straight away. Just push the boom out, start over on the other side of the trailer, get those put down first, and then we can get on with creating some pellets once I get this off. Well, best laid plans. The T6 is empty again, so I am gonna go and check on our truck. It's not gonna be far away by now, so see if we can get that sorted, and then we can get back to this job of getting things filled up. So our truck was literally just on its way back into the farmyard, and it's to get it stopped so we can get it reversed back into the spot here, and we can go over and pick up the T6, bring the sprayer back over for yet another refill. I've just set horseplay to start back at the current waypoint, so I reckon as long as I can get relatively close. And I have done this the right way around. Sorry, thought I'd messed up and put the hose on the wrong side again, but that's right enough. There we go. So now we can get this filled back up. Let's get back and see if we can get those pellets sorted out and start creating a few new ones as well. One going on, but I am a bit paranoid, so I'm gonna strap this one down first so I don't knock the whole load off. I've done that before, so let's try and see if we can play it a little bit safe. I am using a pallet fork that you can disable the collision on, so like that I can basically move it up through. Maybe that's cheating, but it certainly makes stacking a little bit easier. There we go, we have all 8 pallets. So now we'll get the other door opened, get the machinery started up, and we'll get some bales brought out here. I used to have a tree right here, and I would have liked to have kept it, but it was just really impractical because every time you brought out bales, you were kind of colliding with the tree. So, but we still have a bit of greenery around the farm, so it's not like we've completely destroyed all of the landscape. So I use this little PTO machine here to drive the pellet maker. I think we should still have quite a bit. We're about just shy of half full on the water and molasses, so we can create a good amount of pellets here. So we've got everything running. We'll head over to our bale storage here. Let's see. Oh, I've probably gone too far in here. There's the menu. Well, we don't need to bring out 18, but we can bring out, say, 6 for now. Get those turned into a bit of pellets as well here. And so they're stacked in 3s, which is always a bit awkward. So I'll try and bring in 2. I might have to put 1 down on the ground, basically. I will just use the pallet fork here rather than swapping over to bale spikes. I think we should be okay. I've generally found that in FS19 the pallet forks work almost as well as bale spikes in many ways, unless you need to handle like really large amounts of bales. So we still only want to get 1 bale on at a time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them down here and then just take the top one to begin with, extend the arm a little bit, because you do need to be a bit careful about lining them up on the belt, in my experience at least, making sure that they fit on so they don't end up getting trapped in the mechanism. But whoops, yeah, that's what I mean. So that's actually where this just letting go of the collision on the forks works quite well, because once you got it lined up, you can disable the collision and it kind of drops down into what hopefully turns out to be the right spot. And as you can see, they're not traveling at lightning speed here, so it gives us time to get the next one lined up and ready to drop in right behind it. So obviously right now we're not producing pellets until the first one starts feeding into the chamber, but it won't be long, especially as we can just fast forward a little bit here. So now we got space for the next one, and then things should start feeding through quite nicely, hopefully. There we go. Yep, that's us starting to produce some pellets, and that's the plant starting up. doing the first bags coming onto the conveyor belt there. So that's good. I'll go and get some more bales. So although it seems like the bales are moving, so as you can see, once you're out, whoops, I'm going through the wall there, but once you're out picking up the next couple, bringing them in, then suddenly things have kind of fed through fairly quickly. And whoop, now I'm making a mess here. Managed to catch a bale underneath the whole thing. The bales are sliding. So let's get this one, try to line this one up. I don't know why that bale on the floor is sliding. It's got its own ideas about what's going on here. This one should be okay. I'd quite like to try and stop that one before it rattles into a corner where I can't get hold of it again. Maybe the script to make the bales move actually works right down to floor level, who knows. Sorry, just catching an edge of the building there. That's our first pallet pretty much nearing completion. So we can see in on the left here, stacked up quite a few bags of pellets now. So this is something that's quite good as a sort of side activity for downtime, especially now that we got some excess straw. I could put some more straw in with the cows, but right now I've been trying to get some slurry produced instead, because I wouldn't mind actually putting some of that slurry out on the grass. It might not be till summer before I do that, simply because we need to have enough to have a decent chance of covering some of the field. But the dedicated grass field up to the north of the farm, it's very bad. It's very poor on nitrogen levels, and I know grass doesn't need a whole lot, but I still think it would be beneficial to run a bit of slurry onto that field and then try and get one more cut out of it. Then I'm actually going to plow it up because it needs plowing, and it'll give us a good chance to sort of try and both get the pH and everything adjusted on it as well. I think pH is actually okay on it. Whoops, I forgot to re-engage the collision there on our box. So let's see if I can now grab this. Nope, it's getting a little bit deeper into the bale there. Then we can grab these two, put those on. Once we get those on, it will be time to check on the sprayer as well. We'll get a few more pellets made here. Obviously we could consider making hay pellets as well, but I only got loose hay from the grass dryer, so I would have to try and find a way either to spread it out somewhere and then basically literally run the pellet maker through where it's been spread out and see if we could make hay pellets that way, perhaps. Certainly one way of experimenting with it, because we do have quite a lot of hay actually, probably way more than we actually need for the animals, so making some pellets out of it might be quite a handy way of doing things. So we've got one more pallet and another one getting close to completion. I think there's room for 3, so that probably works out quite well. There's nothing left right now, waiting for the next bale to feed in, so it won't be long till the bags stop coming out over on the other side there. Some has been fed into the hopper, and more will be coming shortly here. So there we go. Now the palletizer has emptied, but we are feeding 2 more bales in, so I reckon, yeah, so we have the 2 pallets there that we should probably get moved over. So obviously the bins over here are really intended for you to tip pellets into and then feed them in with the shovel instead. And that's fine. We probably will do that if we try and make some hay pellets. But for now, they work quite well as storage space. But rather conveniently, we just got the message that the T6 has actually finished out on the field. Since I've slowed time down and it's 8:30 and it's late spring, I'm actually going to move it over to the wheat field and try and get that covered this evening as well. But I think that's a pretty good example of what's going on today on Eiersholt, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing us getting some herbicide sprayed out, the new spray trailer, and a little bit of pellet making and general housekeeping here. There'll be more of that over the summer. I think we might give it a shot of trying to make some hay pellets as well and actually use the crane inside the shed here to get that going, because during the summer there's a bit of waiting around while the plants are going. So with all the machinery running, another pellet on the way here, I think we'll call it for tonight, for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the content, but I hope to see you again soon here on Overcoat Gaming. Bye for now.